Musical theater, defined as a genre of drama in which singing and dancing play an essential part. But what else plays an essential part? Actors are often expected to expose themselves emotionally with little regard for how it affects their state of mind. At the same time, actors work in a profession characterized by instability, in which self-worth often rests on their ability to get the next role. In 2015, a survey by The Stage, Equity and Spotlight found that 1 in 5 people working in entertainment have actively sought help for their mental health. When asked about their mental health, over 45% of them described it as either being average or poor, with most recounting multiple times they experienced performance anxiety, depression, and mood swings. As a musical theater major at the Etobicoke School of the Arts, who has suffered with anxiety and PTSD, I wanted to see how the arts impacted mental health in depth and see how many people feel the arts has a negative impact on their mental health and why some don't. Alright, so could you start by just introducing yourself?
Hi, I'm Trish Warnock and I'm a music theater teacher here at ESA. I would say that the nature of the business, in terms of rejection and competition, in terms of judgment, before you even get to make your art in the professional world, creates a really challenging environment for your mental health. When we perform, we're always expressing ourselves, and so when we get rejected or when we receive feedback and criticism, it can often feel like feedback and criticism of ourselves. There is always an element of vulnerability. My role is to make it as safe a space as possible. I think it's a really difficult career path, and I think unless you really live, eat, and breathe it, and you're a really resilient person, I think it's a really difficult choice. We have so many talented students, smart students that have so many interests, and the arts are a huge part of who they are, but they're a part of their personality. They're not all of them.
I do currently have anxiety.
Anxiety.
I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression.
It's because of performance anxiety.
School, for sure. And then also like friends.
Musical theater has a bit more stress.
The amount of pressure that I felt and stress that I felt surrounding my major skyrocketed as soon as I started.
Being on stage and heightens your awareness of your body.
You know, if you don't get a role, like your mind definitely spirals into thinking like, oh, is it because I'm like fat? Is it because I like don't look this way?
For so many hours in the day, you're like with your like peers in dance clothes, looking at a mirror, and that's what it's all about.
I personally do not want to pursue a career in the arts.
It's just the only thing in life that brings me any pure joy.
Well, I think the arts are a form of expression for my problems.
I absolutely do not.
And being in a career where it's already a lot of stress, I don't think would be very good for my mental health.
It's a way for me to get my emotions out and channel my anxiety into something beautiful.
It does contribute negatively to my mental health.
Jamie Armstrong, and I am actually presently in rehearsal for the Thoroughly Modern Millie at the Huron Country Playhouse. I've been a professional actor for over 20 years now, and also recently started directing. Do I presently suffer from any mental health issues? I would say that I definitely have struggled with things in the past. Presently, anxiety at times. This job can be very high pressure, and often without a ton of resources. So I'm often on stage when I'm very sick, and there's sort of no way out. You sort of have this like muscle memory for how terrible it feels. So it's very easy to get anxious about knowing that you have to go on in any situation. I wish I had known just how much confidence it was going to take to be able to survive. It sounds mean. If you can see yourself doing anything else and feeling as satisfied, you should probably go do it. Because a career in the arts means so much resilience. Your mental health is going to be probably in question at multiple points in your career. In order to play, such a variety of roles, which is incredibly important to your longevity in this business, is to make yourself versatile. You have to ground every character you play in some form of who you are. And I think that, in truth, almost everybody in this business has wanted to quit at some point. But one of the things that being in the arts has given me is a real confidence in myself and also an understanding. Because to be in this business and play so many roles, you kind of get into the depths of every inch of your personality. Asking for what you need and not pretending to be a superhero is something that I have really learned to value and really learned the importance of.
Diamond in the rough, but underneath your bloody blue.
'Cause what if everyone saw?
Oh, if you're in the arts, like, oh, you know what you're in for.
What if everyone knew?
One word to
Grateful.
describe intense theater.
Would they like what they
It's
saw?
really hard to separate the craft
Or would
from our own
they
self-worth.